Okay, so what we're doing here is we're in the process of charging up the firing systems, the power light systems that we sell. What's great about these shows are that a lot of times we have so much leftover product. For time constraints, we can go ahead and put on a little demo just showing how the equipment will function in real world. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. We've got plenty of leftover product here from a few of the different shows we've done, and we're going to show you how we hook this up and basically how you get ready to put this into action. For this particular one, we're going to use 5 different 20Q systems and one of our control desks with 12 discrete channels. The first 2 are going to be on different channels. The other 3 I'm going to program to the same channel. Basically that'll be good for using for a finale, doing multiple products at the same time. We're also going to go ahead and hook up a couple Cremoras probably floating in the water for the actual finale, the very last shot. 2 small Cremoras and a central large Cremora. And these right here, we've already charged up, so I know they're in the green. We're good to go on this. This right here, it's still in the red, taking a full charge. Same with this system. Oh, and now it's starting to blink, so it's close to being fully charged. And this one, you can't really see so good because it's got a tinted glass to it, but it now indicates a full charge. So, also, just so you know, you can have this off and it will still charge. The only thing is, the little LED is telling you the battery condition won't be on, so you won't know if it's full or not. Take a walk back to our firing site, and I'll give you a quick rundown on what you can see back there. Okay, so here we are in the back. The purpose of the red light here is just when we go hot, we turn that on so the sponsors would know that the show's about to begin. This platform right here is just going to be a finale. This is hooked into the same channel as this group right here and also that group, so a little bit of spread out fire. The 2 center groups are going to be channel 1, channel 2. For the igniters, normally we use professional grade E-matches, but for this demonstration we're going to go ahead and use our stingers. And stingers are very similar to the Talon that you see, except for they're clumped in a group of 6. We simply clip those on here over the fuse, and you make sure it makes good contact with the fuse with the nichrome wire, and then the last step would be to tape this with some duct tape just to hold it in place. Sometimes I go ahead and I actually put 2 clips, especially for things that are a must launch, kind of an event, like maybe probably like a finale, just in case one igniter should fail, the second one will grab it. But it's a lot of extra work, a lot of waste. Kind of depends on what your preference is. By far though, no matter what clip igniter you use, they're going to be your weak link in the show. If you have a problem with a clip, and even if you do a good continuity test, if it doesn't make good contact with that fuse, the system will fire it off, but that's about it. Once that nichrome wire burns out, if it doesn't light the fuse, that piece of product that you want to see, it's not going to fire off. So this is the long phase. The next step on this will be go ahead and you have a plan in your head. You're going to put that plan down on paper, so when you're firing the show, you know what cues you're firing off. If this was to music, you'd go ahead, and that would have been done months ago, and you'd have the script in on the computer, and all you do is jot that down someplace on a dry erase board and have an assistant with you that can cross those things off as they fire off, so you know where you're at in your show. So after those little systems I've got have finished charging, I'm going to go ahead back here according to my script, and I'm going to plug those into my cues. So that'll be the next step. And this is that back angle looking towards the command post where we're going to be doing our shooting. It's a good 350, 400 feet away. Easy distance for this firing system. And the great thing about this is there's water that has live hoses, and if we needed to get water back here, it'd be very easy to do. Okay, so the systems now are charged up. They've been powered in. You can see the green lights on now. Green lights on this one. And you really can't see it so good, but there's a little green light on right under there. So at this step, I went ahead and I took all of our products that we have there that's left over, and I came up with a little bit of a cue sheet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the product line, and one at a time we're going to make sure that I put all the pieces in the right cues. We're going to run some tests to make sure the E-matches are good, and without doubt you're going to have some E-matches that or clips in this matter are going to need to be replaced. A lot of times it's in the connection. If you wiggle it, you might get the connection going on the when you test it. If not, you're just going to take it off and put a fresh one on. And usually that's what we do, just for to make sure that it's going to go off when you need it to. So that's where we're at now. The next step, I'm going to go ahead and put that stuff out there, and I'll turn the camera on, and you kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this rat's nest you see right here is basically our our cue lineup. Right now, we're getting ready to go to Q13. Q13 is supposed to be binary star. Okay, here's binary star. So you're going to find your stinger that you got, and it's right here. All we're going to do is pull these apart a little bit. Now the copper wires here are way too long. If you just put those in, you have the risk of having a dead short, which you want to avoid. So I bent them over. It's a little bit more surface area to make a good contact in the lead. All you're going to do is put one to black and one to red. We'll do a test on that later. So then the next one is going to be a Tropical Typhoon, which is, that one's already used. It's going to be this one. Do the same thing. And you're going to continue to run through the line until all of your cues are filled in the order you want them filled in. And polarity is not important. And another thing, besides queuing this up, the last thing I usually end up doing is I go ahead and I tape all of these to the board so they can't get wiggled or manipulated by the shock wave or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and next time I turn on, it should be a finished product and we're ready to wait for dark. Okay, now we've completely wired the entire show up, and I'm just going to go over a quick few things. You're going to notice right here we've got nothing in 2 and 3. The reason we don't have anything in there is because it's part of our operational plan. Basically, we have 3 of these systems on the same channel. The blank ones are going to be taken over by that center one right there. So while this cue right here is still firing, we're then going to fire 2 and 3 cues, which of course is going to be that orange 20 cue system over there, waterproof 20s over there, and they're going to set off some big items. When those are going off, after they're finished, then we're going to proceed to Q4. So let's just run through this test real quick. When you hit this test switch, it's going to start going through all of these cues to check for bad E-matches. Okay, but normally a firing system would have a little blue light or a green light or something over the cue indicating whether or not the cue is good or not. This